Hello, beautiful wayward souls. Welcome. This is your pick a card reading for the new moon on June 17th, 2023. So just take a minute to take a few deep breaths and think about which pile resonates for you. We have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Hello, pile 1. If you chose the green fluorite crystal with the Everyday Witch Tarot deck, this is for you. The green fluorite has a lot to do with healing the heart chakra, has a lot to do with growth in the heart space. So maybe this is something that you could look into getting for yourself. You might need this, or maybe this is something that you're going through. Who knows? So let's start with what's going on for you for the new moon energy in June. New moon in June. Sorry, I'll stop. Okay, we have the High Priestess. The Two of Cups in reverse. Wow, the Lover's in reverse. Okay, what else? So, Page of Swords in reverse, and Queen of Wands, and bottom of the deck energy is the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, for this group, I really get the feeling that there was either an ending to a toxic relationship or something like that, or the realization that there's another person that you may have thought was the one, and I think you had this really rude awakening that, like, they weren't really the one. They were kind of like the opposite, and they held you back from your true potential. But the good news is that through this rude awakening, you are really learning now to become like this Queen of Wands energy. You are becoming more authentically you and more self-empowered, and learning to love yourself and value yourself first and foremost. The High Priestess is a card that is not only about like psychic divinity and things like that, it's also like secrets becoming known to you that's to your benefit. So it's almost like you're working on yourself now. And by the way, this is a really intuitive and psychic group. And you're starting to work on yourself, but you're learning to listen to your intuition more. And I think like you're realizing like it's better to not be with this person because of like how much you're growing and how powerful you're becoming. It's like you can finally breathe. That's the true vibe that I'm getting out of this. Okay. Sorry, I know you can't really see, but that's the Nine of Pentacles there. And then we have Strength in reverse. Nine of Cups in reverse and the Moon. Yeah, so I mean, obviously this was still a heartbreaker for you. Like, you may have felt like you've lost a lot. You may still even be going through this part and you haven't even gotten to this part yet. That's only for some of you. Some of you, you're already in that area of like, whoa, like I'm actually a really cool person and I'm really getting there. But for some of you, you're still in this place where you're diving deep, like with the Moon card, diving deep into your feelings, and you're like your greatest fears, like you're really doing like some shadow work here because of this ending of this relationship. This relationship was not built on a strong foundation with strength in reverse. In fact, it may have made you, being with this person may have made you not feel strong as an individual. And Spirit really wants you to know that you're worthy of love and loving yourself and living a good life. And that's why we have the Nine of Pentacles here, is it's time to let go of these kinds of connections with people and really focus on you and building yourself up, because there's a lot of benefits to reap from that. You're learning to find contentment and happiness with what you have, as well as learning to build your own foundation. Any advice for the new moon? Any advice? Ooh. Any advice for you guys? Seven of Cups. Nine of Wands in reverse. And the Two of Pentacles. The world is your oyster, babe. It's time to really think about what you want and go for it. I know that you have a lot of ideas and things that you're passionate about and that you want to go for, and I think it's time to just really focus on yourself and try these different things. I think there's two really big things that like you're really stuck on whether or not you should pursue. If you can, like, obviously dabble and try new things, of course. But yeah, I see here that there's like two things that you're juggling right now, and this could be hobbies, this could be like your career or like your home life, like trying to, heal yourself, but then also work on yourself or work on this new career that you have or building yourself up. But yeah, I'm kind of seeing two like really main interests here, and you're like, what should I really focus on? Definitely focus on the one that's going to fill you up the most and what's going to bring you, positive vibes, good energy, what's going to bring you the most happiness and success in the long run. And learning to choose relationships and situations that don't wear you down. This person here in the Nine of Wands in reverse, this card usually upright, it means like not giving up even though you've been through a lot. In reverse, it's like you've really been worn down from a lot of people and situations. And it's like you need a break. Like you need to stop choosing these, toxic relationships and unhealthy situations, whether it's partying too much or like working too hard or hanging out with the wrong crowd, whatever it is. It's just about focusing on you and choosing situations and things that are really going to truly fill you up. Because we do have the Four of Cups here, and this is a card of like whatever is being handed to you, like it's not filling you up inside, like you're not getting fulfillment out of these previous situations. So very important, something to think about is what's going to make you happy going forward. What do you want and need out of life? Like learning to be your best friend. And I can see that you are a very powerful and intuitive individual. And it's amazing to actually see you go I mean, I am sorry that you've been through this really, tough stuff. This is a lot of heartache that's been here, and you've been through a lot, but I'm really impressed with you and your growth and your ability to get through this and to dive deep with yourself and to empower yourself. Because yeah, there's it's like you're realizing how powerful you truly are with this new moon. And you guys, I'm so proud of you. That's just so amazing. I'm just going to finish off with a couple of oracle cards. This is the spirit guide deck that I truly, truly love. Sorry, my cat's bugging me. Jumping up on my shoulders. Okay, pile 1. What do you guys need to hear for the new moon? Awesome. We have light. Imagine yourself as a being composed of energy and light, because in reality, that's precisely what you are. You are a powerful being, and people are attracted to your brilliance. This is a time to remember how vibrant you truly are. That's amazing, you guys. That pretty much sums up what I'm trying to say. Like, you're realizing how amazing you truly are, and you're really focusing on you and letting your light shine. And this is the Contemplation cards deck from Susan Waldman. These are just really lovely, cute little messages here. And I just think they're so cute and so lovely, and they always give me lovely messages, so I thought I'd share them with you. What's your message? Pile 1. Meditation. Close your eyes, focus on your breath, and allow your thoughts to drift by. This will lead you to your own inner wisdom. Listen. That's wonderful. So yeah, just learning to listen into your inner self and your own inner guidance, and letting your power, expressing yourself, letting your light shine, your power out. I'm really proud of you guys. And yeah, good luck through this new moon and what you're going through. I'm wishing you all the best, pile 1. That is the end of your reading, and take care, pile 1. Hello, pile 2. Welcome. If you chose the Light Seers Tarot deck here and the Heat Treated Amethyst crystal, this reading is for you. Heat Treated Amethyst has a lot to do with healing any anxious emotions, anxiety, depression. It brings upon joy, happiness and relaxation, abundance, and it's really good for healing the solar plexus chakra. So if this is something that you have been needing help with, or this is a part of your journey, this would be a really great crystal to work with. Okay, pile 2. What's going on for you for June 17th, new moon? The new moon in June. What's going on for you guys? 10 of Swords in reverse. Seven of Cups. Wow, okay, 8 of Cups in reverse. Page of Wands. The Sun in reverse. And the bottom of the deck energy is 6 of Pentacles. Well, I do feel like in the past there was a lot of burdens, a lot of unhappiness. And I feel like you've had to make a lot of really difficult decisions in regards to letting certain things go in your life. Yeah, it's like you had to surrender to something and walk away in order to find your happiness. I feel like in the past it was like you were struggling to find happiness and to even feel much positivity in your life, and it's like you almost felt like you had to, you were walking aimlessly, like you had no sense of direction on where to go in your life and things like that. You've had to walk away from a lot of things and really carefully decide, or you might be going through this now, carefully deciding on what is working for you in your life and what's not, because with the 8 of Cups in reverse, it's like you've had to make some painful decisions and have had to walk away from some things. But there's There's some positivity coming in with the Page of Wands. It's like you're going to have this really nice spark of joy coming in, this epiphany. Some of you have had or were a part of like a friend group that wasn't the best for you. Yeah, I feel like some of you were a part of like a friend group, or you had friendships I'm seeing. That kind of, I think there was a lot of like gossip. They didn't really have, like, what your true desires weren't in alignment with these people. Like, if you were to talk about them, they wouldn't quite get it. Things like that. I feel like you're learning to choose wisely, like your friendships and how you want to spend your time, for sure. Because I feel like, yeah, like, you're going to be moving into a place with equal give and take with what you're doing. Because I feel like you've had to put in more effort into these friendships than they've really given you. But there is, and I think through walking away, you're able to actually stop and think about, like, where, like, you know, what you want to be doing and things like that. Yeah, there's this spark of joy and excitement, like a new beginning, a new passionate beginning. Like, it's like when you go in those life cycles where things are really bad at some point, and then you finally get that breakthrough, and you get like that new job or that new thing that you've been trying to manifest. Like, things are really looking up for you in a positive manner. I think that's what the new moon is bringing for you. Okay, we have the Knight of Swords. Strength. Oh, we have 2. Oh, we also have the 4 of Cups. And I feel like these two are next to each other, because that's how I originally saw it. Yeah, and then the Magician in reverse with the 10 of Swords confirming the 4 of Cups. Or 10 of Wands. Sorry. Yeah, so a lot of fast moving energy to like a whole new direction. A direction that like is solid for you. This is a lot like group 1, but more about, I feel like this is more about friendships. Group 1 was very like based on like a romance and like a partner relationship. This, I'm really getting like it's friendships. But yeah, I see you like moving swiftly away because of, it was like you've had a lot, like you're almost burdened by carrying so much. Like, you put in all the effort and the care, and these friendships, they weren't fulfilling you in any way. Like, there wasn't any give back. And even though you've been trying to manifest, it's like you've tried to manifest and like bring these situations together and bring these people together, and it just, you weren't getting anything in return. Like, there wasn't any like, whatever you were putting out, you weren't receiving it from the type of people you were around. Let's see, what else? We have the Chariot. Oh, the Moon in reverse. And the Queen of Wands in reverse. And one more for good luck. Okay, and then we have the 8 of Swords. Okay, so this new moon, you are learning to walk away from these situations, as painful as they are, and there is a lot of unknowing and uncertainty. But I feel like you're ready to take that leap of faith and move on, because there's a lot of excitement in moving forward and like really focusing on you. There is a lot of excitement there. I feel like, though, for some of you, there is going to be it's going to be a little difficult for you to really dive deep into your emotions and to really look at yourself. There's something there where it's hard. It's like you feel stuck and you feel like you can't figure it out, like figure something out, like within you, like you're afraid to look within, or it's like you have all these deep emotions and this fiery passion that you may not even be aware of because you've been holding yourself back. You've been keeping yourself and holding yourself back to fit in with these relationships, with these people and situations. And I feel like the idea of even looking into these emotions that you have inside of you is like way too overwhelming. And you kind of want to, like, you're not ready. You don't feel like you're ready to really look at them. Like there's this stuck energy of like actually getting into them. The Chariot card wants, like, it's there to tell you that you have the power to overcome whatever it is that you want to do. Like, you are a powerful being. We even had the Strength card, and the Knight of Swords is very much in sync with the Chariot. And it also talks about deciding where to go next and things like that. Now, to really do that and deciding what your needs and wants are, you are going to have to eventually learn to untie the knots and dive deep and not be afraid. Some of you might have struggled with self-love. I know most of us have in life, have struggled with self-love and things like that, and acceptance, and like, feeling that our emotions aren't necessary or they're ridiculous and things like that, but they're not. Our emotions are here to tell us things. They're information. It's energy in motion. This energy that we have inside of ourselves, it's there for a reason. And if there's anything negative, it needs to be addressed, because then you can know why it's there. And then you can go from there. You can figure out like exactly what you're doing in this reading, figuring out, wow, I'm not satisfied in these relationships. Well, what do I need? What kind of person am I? And like learning to dive deep and figure yourself out that way. Because I really feel like you've had to dim your light a lot around these people, and then you've also had to really like hide your emotions and pretend everything's cool. Like a lot of surface level kind of relationships and friendships, and I feel like it's almost driven you crazy in a way where you feel like you've just been wandering aimlessly through life, and now is the time to really go for it and to really like embrace yourself and to figure that out. In a lot of ways, it is similar to pile one. So if you're drawn to pile one, I would check that one out as well. But yeah, I think like the biggest message here is don't be afraid to look within, and you are worthy of self-love, and you're worthy of having friendships and people in your life that know who you truly are and accept you for you. And the right people will love you for you, and you don't have to hide that anymore. And I do think many of you are realizing that now. Like it's time to stop hiding who you are and fully express yourself, because you're an amazing person, pile two, and you could do whatever you want with your life, and ain't nobody gonna hold you back. I feel like you've even had like people like talking you down and like making you feel stuck, and it's like, enough with that. Like, cut those cords, cut those ties. Any last messages for pile two? The world. Aw. Like, the world is in your oyster. The world is your oyster. And yeah, Nine of Pentacles. Like, also, your world is changing, and you will find happiness and success and abundance when you start to, this is like a card of like reaping what you sow. when you focus on yourself and build yourself up, you start to feel the abundance within you and the richness within you. Like, it's time, you guys. Like, you can do it. And then last one is the Ace of Swords. So you also have a really amazing epiphany coming your way. And I think you're going to have a few epiphanies come this new moon, like realizing different things about yourself or about the people that you've been around with, and like just coming up to new conclusions and like really getting to understand yourself on a deep level. Your world will be changing a lot, by the way, because the more you change inside and heal yourself, like the more your outer world starts to change, and like you attract better things into your life. And it's a lot of it's knowing your worth and like changing your perspective and like, yeah, just getting to know yourself on a deep level. Okay, awesome. And now I'll pull out some oracle cards. I have the Spirit Guide deck here. I love this one. Let's see what your Spirit Guide message is for the new moon in June. Pile 2. Look at that, we got self-love. Now is the time to love, nurture, and heal yourself. Self-love is not simply a state of mind about feeling good, it's a state of appreciation for yourself that grows and matures from actions you take to support your body, mind, and soul. Awesome. So just really confirming the energy of this is it's time to love yourself and know what you're worthy of. The other deck I have is called Contemplation Cards by Susan Waldman. They're like really cute little cards that have these really cute images and messages, and I always just love them. So yeah, here we go. Pile 2. What do you need to know? You got attention. Pay close attention to detail. Be practical. Scrutinize. Read the fine print. And this way you'll create a firm foundation to build on. Yeah, so like really like processing some stuff, like really looking at things and looking at, you know, how people are treating you and how you're, you know, how you're treating yourself or like what you need and things like that. Like planning your life out. Yeah, you guys, like I'm sorry that you've been going through this, and I'm definitely wishing you all the best. I do see that you have the strength to really make this happen, and I'm really proud of you for realizing this and for being brave enough to walk away, because it could be really hard, right? Like, we're a social species. We're not meant to be alone. I do believe that sometimes going through a spiritual awakening, you might have to be in order to really figure out who you are. And then going forward, you start to meet the right people and the right circumstances that are truly meant for you. So Pile 2, I'm wishing you all the best of luck. I love you guys, and I'm sending you lots of blessings your way. And yeah, I hope you take care. Hello, Pile 3, welcome. If you chose the Classic Rider-Waite deck with the Tektite stone, this is for you. Tektite is really good for grounding, but it's also really good for like developing your psychism and connecting with like extraterrestrial beings and outer world beings. So if this is something you're interested in, like if you're practicing like mediumship or connecting with like, you know, star beings like Pleiadians and things like that, this is a really good crystal to meditate and work with. Maybe that's something that you might need in your life. And again, it's really good for third eye development and grounding as well. Okay, so Pile 3, what's going on for you for the new moon in June? The new moon in June, Pile 3, what's going on for you guys? We have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. The Four of Wands, the Chariot, and the Queen of Swords in reverse. The Tower. Okay. One more card. Eight of Swords in reverse, and your bottom of the deck energy is Six of Swords in reverse. Okay. For some of you guys, you've been feeling really stuck in a long-term committed situation. You've been convincing yourself that it's made sense to be there. And it did bring you a lot of stability and happiness at times. And like success in a way that it's like in the situation, you know what you're doing, like you're confident within it. But I just feel like it didn't bring you the emotional happiness that you've really been needing. The Queen of Swords in reverse is someone who's been wounded and who kind of keeps their heart locked away. There's a lot of sword energy here. I mean, there is wand energy. Yeah, and like the Knight of Pentacles is someone who commits long term and things like that. Just being in reverse like this with the Eight of Swords in reverse too, like I feel like there's been like some stuckness here where it's like there hasn't been a lot of emotional fulfillment and things like that in your situation. This might even be somebody in regards to like a boss or something, or someone that you looked up to that's just like the reality is there's coldness there. There's not a whole lot of love there, and I feel like a lot of this is coming to light. A lot of this stable foundation is actually like breaking down a bit. And with the Six of Wands in reverse, it's like you feel like you failed in some way. But pile 3, you didn't fail because whatever is meant for you will stay and will feel good. But whatever is not meant for you, unfortunately, it will fall away and it will be painful at first. Yeah, I'm really sorry that you're going through this right now. Because I can see that you're a kind and soft, committed person when you do something. And I just feel like, yeah, like you've put in a lot of time and energy into this situation. And it's just, you haven't been getting what you've needed or wanted out of it, even though you've tried really hard. It's like you've put that effort in. And it's just this cold, callous energy. And it's like you want to leave, but part of you feels like you've put so much into it that there's no, like, you know, it's not worth leaving. And I feel like, or like you want to hold on to this situation even. For some of you, you want to hold on to this situation very tightly, but it's falling apart. And then some of you, it's like part of you wants to leave, but you feel stuck due to like obligations and things like that. You might be in a workplace that you're really unhappy in, or even a relationship that you're not happy in, but you feel like it's your duty to stay there. Maybe there's children involved or something like that. Either way, something is coming to an ending, and it could be really abrupt. It's like a painful surrender to like, wow, this is actually happening. Like I can't keep this together. Okay, yeah, we got the Ten of Wands. So you've had a lot of burdens to bear. You've been the one where it's all been on your shoulders. All the pressure and all the needs have been like placed onto you. Like people relying off of you for everything. It could be a job that's overwhelming. I'm seeing one of two things, and I'm mainly seeing that whoever this, if this isn't a job, this is like a female who is not emotionally in tune with herself. This is someone who's wounded and who kind of keeps their heart at bay, and they are focused on what can you just do for me, like very transactional. But for many of you, this is a job or a situation or even a family thing where you've just put in all the effort and you've bared all the burdens, and it's like it's weighing you down. It's almost like even though you don't want to end this, it's ending anyway because you can't take anymore. What's some advice for you? What is some advice for you guys? Okay, so these cards fell on the floor, but I have Ace of Swords and I have King of Wands. Three of Wands in reverse. And the Sun, which is looking a little positive. Okay, and then we have also Ace of Pentacles. And sorry, my board is a little bit small. I'm working on getting a bigger one, but this is what I got for now. Yeah, so Spirit wants to really encourage you to take charge of yourself and your life, to like set boundaries with people. I feel like, yeah, so there's been this person, could be a boss, could be someone who's you know, of high status in some way, you know, maybe a grandparent or a father figure, or again, I'm mainly seeing like a boss here, or maybe this person was in charge of the relationship, like emotionally and a bit controlling. But it's like they sent you to do all of these things all of the time, and you didn't even feel like you were fully ready for it, or you're like, they just relied on you for so much. And then what I'm getting now too is you are encouraged to like cut out things that no longer serve you, and I feel like it's time for you to take charge of yourself. Like, stand up for yourself. Like, know what your worth is and stand up for your rights. Because when you do this, it's like you're saying, no, I'm not taking that anymore. And you know, the universe really hears that. When there's something you're not going to tolerate, it's not, the universe isn't going to give you that. When you focus on, like, when you know what your worth is, you know, you're gonna be able to attract things that are of your belief system, if that makes sense. So if you believe that you deserve this kind of treatment, then that's what the universe is going to keep feeding you. But yeah, with this king here, I feel like it's time for you to stand your ground and stand up to this person. And maybe it will have to mean walking away, like with the Tower card and the Three of Wands in reverse. Again, it's in, you know, the Three of Wands talks about being ready to make a move and to set out on a journey, or, you know, taking that leap. But being in reverse, like, and then with the beginning of your reading, Eight of Swords in reverse, like, yeah, just not feeling ready to leave the situation. And I know that because it's hard to really make changes in your life, especially if you have like Taurian placements in your birth chart or any earth sign. They tend to be very committed, and it's hard to make changes. But if you do go and make these changes and you set your boundaries and you say, you know, what you want, what you deserve, there's so much better, that's there for you. Like the Sun card following this is like super positive and super happy. And the Ace of Pentacles, like through all of this, there is going to be a new happy commitment for you. Whether it's a new job or a new offering of some sort, it's something that's promising, and it's the birth of a new seed, a new beginning. Three of Pentacles. Yeah, so moving through this, you're going to be finding, oh, look at that. And then we also have the Page of Cups. So moving forward and knowing what you're worth and letting this crumble away, like I really do see a lot of positive changes coming in. And I'm really getting career vibes here. So like starting a new job offer, there's going to be people that you're inspired to work with, that help lift you up, that listen to your ideas. And I feel like there'd be a lot of friendships coming out of this place, or whatever this is, like, you know, networking with people and things like that. Like, I feel like that's what's meant for you. If this situation has been causing you a lot of pain, and it's like no matter what, it's going to be ending. And I mean, it might be painful at first, but it's going to be so good going forward. Like, super positive with the Sun card. And yeah, like new offers in like this person. There's a little fish in the cup, but this is someone who's offering something of emotional value. So they're going to hear your wants and needs in this new career venture, or whatever it is, that the situation that you're in. I'm really feeling career for most of you. And yeah, it's looking up, you guys, like through the new moon, like in the new moon in June. This is what this is bringing you, and it might be scary at first, but it's going to be really good, and I'm so excited for you guys. Let's see what we have for your oracle cards. So this is the Spirit Guide Oracle deck. I love this deck. Let's see what message is for you. We got Caregiver. We are with you, and Spirit has its own way of recognizing the care and love you provide to others, especially at the end of their lives, just as you received care and love at the start of your life. Caregivers often focus all their attention on their loved ones and often neglect their own concerns and well-being in the process. Yeah, so just remember that you deserve to be cared for too, because you do a lot for people. I get that out of this group. Yeah. You guys really do. You're a very loving and committed person, and you want to make sure everyone's okay. And, you know, sometimes you gotta let people worry about you and make sure you're okay. And making sure yeah, like, even just you worrying about you and making sure you're okay. Like, you know, you deserve to care as well. And my last deck here that I'm going to bring out is the Contemplation cards by Susan Waldman. Super cute little cards, cute little pictures, messages. I love them. They're so sweet. What's your message? Pile 3. Oh, look at that. Decision. Do not turn to the opinion of others. Tap your own inner wisdom. Decide. Do it now. Feel the power of your own conviction. You are right on target. Yeah, so again, deciding to leave and move forward. I mean, I'm giving you the advice that it's probably a good idea, but at the same time, listen to your own inner guidance, because again, these tarot readings are for entertainment purposes only. The energy's always changing. This is what I'm currently seeing, but I want you to be able to tap into your own wisdom and think about what's going to work for you, and, you know, what's true for you. Okay, pile 3, that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for being here, and You know, I'm really sorry you're going through these tough times, and I'm wishing you all the best on your journey forward. And remember, you deserve to be cared for, and you deserve good things. Anyway, take care. Blessings.